get once they have scored a lot of parameters, and this is an institution in US that takes care of it. And we are very proud that the coffee that we are serving here in all the outlets of Kibaki is one of the best coffee that we found in India. This is currently in only 5 times, and we are one of those. And I'll make you try a couple of coffees, I'll make you try a couple of cold brews. I'll give you a small introduction of why you should be having our coffee rather than having a Nescafe or any other traded coffee that is there in the market. So, primarily, if you go to a coffee shop, you see a menu, and I'll just, with the raise of hand, what do you order? Do you order a milk-based beverage, or do you order a black coffee, or what is your personal liking? Do you like milk-based coffee? Can I get a hand so that I can understand what is your preference of coffee? Okay. And black coffee, you really enjoy black coffee. Very few of you enjoy black coffee. So now there are two kinds of brewing that we do. We do brewing via machine. We do manual brews also. So people who enjoy black coffee, you should definitely try the manual brews that we have here. A single bean coffee can give you a lot of variety in taste, in texture, and everything. If I'm making it from a V60 or an AeroPress or a Chemex or a French press, every time that you will taste the coffee, it will be different. The singular bean will give you different results. Again, for the people who love black coffee and who like to experiment a lot with coffee, we make something called cold brews and coffee shrubs. Now, again, has anyone here tried a cold brew before? You tried a cold brew. Where have you tried it, sir, if I may ask?
In USA, I tried a multi-blender.
So, this is going to be the next big thing in India in coming years. And I would really want you to try this coffee. But before that, our topic was how to do latte art. So latte art is basically when you order for a cappuccino or a latte, the design that's there on top of the coffee is called latte art. It's a very simple scientific thing wherein when we steep the milk, the proteins inside the milk they curdle, and the fat along with that makes something called a microfoam. Now, it's actually an art. Why? Because if you try pouring the coffee, if you try pouring that milk on the coffee, we might not be able to make a good design, but these guys are pros. And when I talk about Vishal, he is going to Bangalore again because he has gone to the national levels of making latte art. So he will give you a few tips and tricks. Would anyone of you, would you like to try making a latte art today, or do you want to taste the coffees first and then hop on to making latte art? How do you want to do it? Just let me know. Should we try tasting some coffees before? Yeah, okay. So what I'll do is I'll make you try some cold brews first. Cold brew is nothing but coffee beans. We use some specialized grinders. We grind the coffee and then steep the coffee grounds in water for approximately 18 to 24 hours. Now you will say, what's so intricate about the process? Now that's where the baristas and their charm comes into play. What is the grind size? What is the temperature of the water? How much time do you actually, put those beans in water? Everything is very critical. And especially when we are dealing with a lot of coffee beans, so you will see we have about 6 coffee beans here. And every coffee bean, when we make a cold brew, will give you a different texture profile, will give you a different taste, will give you a different aroma. So, for example, I have something called a rum-aged coffee. Now, when you have this coffee, you will faintly taste flavor of orange bitters, you will faintly taste flavors of blueberries, and you will also get to taste a lot of rum in this. But this is a non-alcoholic drink. There is no additional flavoring that we do. But the processing of the coffee happens in such a way wherein the coffee beans are first put in rum barrels, aged for a while, and then the roasting happens. And roasting happens at a very fairly high temperature. So what happens is all your alcohol goes away, but the reminiscent beans that you have in your hand, they have good oaky flavor in them. Similarly, we also have a house brand Arabica. We also have something called a barrel aged Arabica. Now these beans are aged in single single, what do you call it, whiskey barrels basically, and that's a single malt. So I'll request you to kindly take your glasses, take some glasses, taste the glasses, and I'll make you try these beverages. Get some ice. I hope everyone is fine with caffeine. No one is allergic or has heart issues or anything, because it's a very high caffeine content. We will always prefer you to dilute this and have this.
बड़ा ले लो स्पून पीछे रखा
And people who drink coffee with milk, please don't feel left behind. I'll make some good cappuccinos and lattes for you. Would you like to taste the rum barrel coffee? Again, coffee is the new wine, so you will not taste a very strong flavor of rum, but you will definitely taste a lot of oakiness in this definitely. Then you will definitely get to taste some orange bitterness. Now these beverages, they are extremely versatile. Why? Because you can have it black, you can have this with tonic water, you can have this with your diet coke, you can have this with milk also.
स्पून लेने दे देंगे स्पून में पीछे रखते हैं मैं बोल रहा हूँ नहीं रखते हैं
All the bottles will have different flavors. This is rum barrel. This will be for example, we have a barrel aged. The flavor of this will be very different from what you are tasting here.
हाँ स्टैंड स्टैंड
Can we make some cappuccino or latte for you if anyone wants to have a cappuccino or a latte? What would you prefer, sir? A cappuccino or a latte?
You enjoy, huh?
ये लो
You want to
उधर
try
के लिए
the
चला
other one?
विशाल भारती
I'm so proud this is done by our Indian farmers. This is not happened anywhere across the world. This happened in India first. Now everyone has started talking about method, but the most intricate method of producing this coffee still happens in India. It's not that long, but again, if your cappuccino or latte has 40 and your caffeine this entire bottle will have 300. So that way it is extremely strong. Why? Because why? The contact of the coffee with water happens so quickly. And आपका temperature of the coffee will be near your tongue temperature or lower than that, better the way.
लाइव है ना एक्चुअली
हाँ आई नो लाइव है ताकि काउंटर भी दिखे प्लस
very fruity. This is called a coffee shrub. Now this is a very experimental brew that we did at Habitat, our coffee shop in Noida. This you will not, cold brew you will still find somewhere, but this you will not find anywhere. Now this is a very experimental brew wherein whole coffee beans, water and vinegar along with a lot of fruit, we do some brewing of that. And this will give you a very fruity flavor. Would you like to try this also? A little bit of vinegar to extract the coffee. Have some vinegar and lot of caffeine, even more than your normal cold brew. Again, why less of coffee flavor? Because we don't grind the beans, we just keep them in cold water with vinegar. So the percolation of the caffeine happens in a very great way. But the coffee solid, the ES of coffee doesn't go into the bottle a lot. So I hope people will enjoy coffee. Do you want a coffee for us? Thank you for making coffee. Thank you. They are all done from there. Can you just come this side so that we can show you how a latte art is actually made? The main topic of the day.
Wow.
Good quality coffee, it is very essential that the equipments that you have are also very high grade. A lot of people think that the more expensive the machine is, the better the coffee will be. I can assure you that's not true, because there are a lot of things that we have to consider in mind, and the whole magic happens there. So the grinding of the beans is extremely essential. Now, the coffee that we are serving here is called Agora Estate coffee. It's a single origin coffee. This is a jungle grown coffee. It's a very small estate in Chikmagalur where the farmers allow the wildlife to roam around, and there's a lot of crop cultivation that also happens there. There's a lot of cultivation of cardamom. There's a lot of cultivation of cloves. There's cacao cultivation that is also happening in this estate. That's why the coffee here gets a lot of different flavor from the other coffee that is being served in the market. So if you see what Vishal is doing here, this is called a coffee machine. What he does is, there's a steam wand in here. आप लोग ने वो शादी वाली coffee देखी होगी where they take a steam wand and essentially what they are doing is they are foaming the milk only. So they are caramelizing the sugars of the milk, they are curdling the protein and everything, and they're just mixing it with instant coffee and giving it to you. And they do this with a lot of sugar, they do this with a lot of chocolate and everything. Now here when we make coffee, we make it absolutely without sugar, because we feel this coffee is very palatable. So if you're trying this for the first time, I think, you might find it a little bitter, but on a regular basis, you will not even require any sugars with this. So what Vishal is doing is, he is grinding the beans. Every morning once he comes here, he will adjust the grinder setting. He will see if all the parameters are being met. If the extraction of the coffee is happening in 30 seconds, if it is happening in 25 seconds, we have very set procedures. And not just the grinding, not just the temperature, he will also see if the output of the coffee is 40 ml or not. So it is that precise. So if that equation is met, then we are only ready to serve the coffee to you. Now you will see what he has done is, this is called a porter filter. छन्नी कहते हैं जिसे हम लोग चाय की छन्नी. This is called a coffee छन्नी basically. This is a porter filter. What he did was, he took some beans, he grounded the beans very fresh. This is called a distributor. He distributed the beans and then he tamped the coffee beans so that the excess air in the coffee puck goes out. Now what he'll do is, he'll just insert this in the coffee machine. The coffee machine's job is just to go give a lot of good pressure to the coffee and an appropriate temperature. You will see the espresso is coming out. Now using this espresso, he'll make your Americanos, he'll make your lattes, he'll make your cappuccinos. Also, if you're going to a coffee shop, you'll see a lot of coffee shops using Amul milk, you will see they're using This milk is absolutely pure, absolutely fresh. 5 o'clock in Chhatarpur, there is a farm called White Farm. They'll take the milk, pasteurize it, and they will send it to our doorsteps by 7:30. So it is that fresh. And there is no retort packaging. This is a very normal packaging that they do. And if we don't maintain the temperature of the milk, the next day it gets spoiled. Now you will say, this is not a good thing, but this is a good thing. The fresher the coffee, the fresher the milk is without preservatives, the better it is for your coffee. So you see what he did? He took some milk. I'll show it to you again. Can we foam some milk with the wand? He's taking some milk in the jug. It's absolutely cold milk, temperature at about 5 to 6 degrees. He's putting in steam from the steam wand. And he's creating a spiral inside the milk. While this spiral, immense heat of the steam is approximately about 116 to 125 degrees. This is the apt temperature wherein your whey and the caffeine in the milk, they get curdled and they attach themselves with the fat in the milk. And there is a lot of caramelization of the sugar that happens, creating a perfect texture of the milk that you can see. Now with shadi wala milk, you will see a lot of bubbles coming out. They are actually burning your milk. People don't understand, but this is an appropriate temperature. This is approximately at about 65 to 70 degrees. A good temperature for your coffee. And while he pours it on the espresso, can we make an espresso? It becomes a perfect cappuccino or a latte. He's taking fresh ground beans. If you want to smell the beans also, please do smell the beans and you'll understand why this is so high quality. Will any one of you, would you like to try and make the latte art?
मैंने
You can come in, sir. We'll just show you how. You show how to make latte at first, and then going to. So he's inserting the steam wand and he's tilting the jug a little bit so that he can create a spiral. You can see the wheel revolving, and while this is happening, you will see a lot of bubbles coming on top. So now this is appropriately, he understands with just a touch that the temperature is correct. So once you send it in there, this is called an espresso.
Done.
Vishal can make swans, Vishal can make heart, Vishal can make tulips. Whatever you tell him, he can make feathers also in your coffee. This is where the art of barista comes into play. And he ensures that your coffee comes at a completely correct temperature with lot of foam if you are asking for a cappuccino, with less foam if you are asking for a latte. Let's all try, you know. You will be very careful, sir. Like to taste the coffee, sir. You might want to tap it a little bit so that these excess bubbles that you see on top. It's very hot. You can just tilt this a little bit towards yourself. If we make you try some espresso tonic or anything else, would you like to try something from coffee, sir? Would you like to try a milk-based coffee or something? Pleasure. So I hope a lot of you will definitely come and taste the coffees. Our menu is very elaborate. There's not just cappuccino or espressos here. We do a lot of variants of coffee. We do Vietnamese coffee also. We do Aeropress also, Chemex also. Feel free to take the bottles. They're all for you. And if you are taking these bottles, please put them in your fridge as soon as possible. Otherwise, the coffee oxidizes really fast. You'll taste a lot of bitter flavors. What do you have this? Same, sir. Same variety of cold brews that we made you try. Please, all for you. Thank you so much. Any other coffee if you'd like to try? If you'd like to try the cold coffee also, we make them with ice creams. Please do try them. We can make you try some ice cream blend if you want to try. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. You can take the bottles, sir. They're all for you. If you'd like to take some tester bottles, do take them away.